YouTube, what's going on? Listen, I have to do a video here to say thanks and give a special shout out to Ryan Moody, who recently just did a video on the All Pro Football Editor franchise mode that I'm working on. So thanks a lot, Ryan. I appreciate it. You do a lot of great work for the community, and we are all very thankful for all of the great content that you put out day in and day out. So hats off to you for all this awesome work that you're doing. And thanks again for promoting this new franchise mode. With that said, I do want to tell you guys that this is in the works, and it's the first draft of many, hopefully, to come down the road, many tweaks, many upgrades. And I've been putting in a lot of work and taking a little bit of a hiatus from my game because I'm doing a few things personally, and this is an easier way for me to get in and out. But don't get it twisted. This is a lot of work here, and I'm trying to find a reasonable scope that I can use to create a franchise mode that will allow you to at least go through the motions of having multiple years, having things like retired players, rookies, free agents, etc., and being able to go through multiple years. So if you want to send someone over to the retired and say, okay, this guy retired, you can do that. In the early stages of the editor, it's probably going to be a little bit more manual. So if you want to create a rookie class, you can, I think right now at least, you can create the rookies here and then push them over to the rookie class. And when you do this, it just makes a copy of the player, and then you can go in here and edit the player. Okay, so one of the things I want to mention, because in Ryan's video he did kind of he left a couple things out, and the retired, just real quick, the retired players is not just the Hall of Famers or the Pro Bowlers. These are the list of players that are actually retiring. And so in his video that he just did, he mentioned it a little bit incorrectly, but it's not his fault because all I really did was give him some screenshots, and he kind of winged it. But to his credit, he did say a lot of the right things. And the coaches, this stuff is all going to be pretty much working. I have the ratings in here, but I don't think that these are actually set in All Pro Football. But the one thing that I kind of wanted to share with you here was that while I'm making the franchise mode, I am unlocking new things as I go through the file. The key core work that was involved with this franchise mode was unlocking the season file, which is the .fxg file. For those of you who want to get technical here, but the FXG extension file is a season file that gets saved to your USB when you save it from the All Pro Football Editor. And that file, up until recently, has never been able to really been imported into the editor. So that was a lot of hard work. And then from there, everything just started to build on top of it while I had to research certain things. But the coaching was already there. Now we have wins and losses that will be added into the editor. Another cool thing is going to be the schedule. So you are going to be able to edit the schedule, which is going to be huge, because up to now, if you play a season, you really didn't get a chance to change any of the game schedule, right? So now that's something that's going to be new and will really give, at least in my opinion, it will give more life and more customization when it comes to the season mode. So you're going to come in here and you're going to set up the entire season schedule that you are looking to play across your teams. Obviously, we only have 24 teams in here. There's not 32. So we have that limitation. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty realistic compared to what the NFL has in terms of the schedule. And then now you're going to have like team season stats, where you can look at all the stats for the players. You can look at like the player leading stats per team. This is going to be a multiple year situation here. And same thing with the players. So if I want to pull up Eugene Robinson, for instance, we have the ability now to see his injury status, as Ryan mentioned in his video. And I'll leave a link to that below so you guys can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But it's going to show you the health status of the individual. And the injury is something I was working on, and I'm going to have to spend more time on this one because this one is a little bit more complex. And this is the cool thing about all pro football. I swear, I feel like there are like hundreds or thousands of injury types in this game. And going through and trying to unlock and identify all of those types is a bit of an undertaking, and it's not really, the values aren't really lining up to what I would expect. So I'm going to have to put that on the shelf for right now. But I did do a lot of work in this area, and just as a side note, what you can do is you can add or modify the number of weeks if you want to take control of that. You can change the players to different statuses, and they'll change for the players' overall health status, which is pretty cool. But you also have season stats. So the current season, you're going to see their stats. If you're a defensive player, I'm going to give you the defensive stats. I'm not going to put QB ratings in here because you don't need to see them. And then if you want to go to the career stats, you can kind of see, this is just the first year, but you can see the totals in the bottom here. And then you're also going to see every single subsequent year stats on here. And I'm probably going to allow this to maximize, because right now you can't maximize this window. But what you can do is you can scroll through and you're going to be able to see all of their stats. And that's basically how it's going to work. But I'm doing a lot with this, and I don't want to make it sound like it's more than what it's going to be, but I will tell you that there's a lot of depth that can go into this editor and this franchise mode. And I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. I really hope that there's a community out there that really wants this and supports it, because I really want to keep doing this. And in order for this to actually be a reality, it's going to take some support, because this is taking me away from things that will hopefully eventually make me some income. So this is something that I'm doing on the side, and I know if I was on the other end, I would be all over this, supporting it, because this game is, in my opinion, the golden standard when it comes to football on a console, so on the field. And it's lacking things like franchise. So hopefully this can help. And it's coming soon. The first version will be coming soon. It's just, I want to make sure that it's working right. I'm going to be doing some live streams. I'll be doing some more videos. And as it gets tightened up and the final set of features are complete, I'll be releasing it. So stay tuned. I don't have any timeline for that yet. I don't have a date for it yet. So just be patient, and just know that I am working hard on this for you guys. And if you have any suggestions or you have any comments on what you would like to see or ideas, please leave them in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks again for watching, and peace.